I am being joined by Kalyani Shankar, political commentator and senior journalist. Kalyani, thank you for joining us. And of course, the big issues. The first question I do want to ask you to get your opinion is about caste versus development. What will win?
Caste will win and cash will win. There are two things in this election. One is a youth, other one is a women. If these two forces combine together, I think whichever is the coalition, that will win.
Right. And talking about the big issues of the people, do you think issues that are a concern for the urban areas are different from what the rural areas, people from rural areas are raising when we talk about employment, when we are talking about infrastructure, when we are talking about women empowerment and women's safety? Do you think these issues are the same whether we talk about the rural population or the urban voters?
Well, definitely not, because urban voters want some things, rural voter wants something. For the rural voter, communication facilities and the linking of the roads, all that is very important for them. Whereas the job, and whereas the urban voters' job is most important, then other development things which you're talking about, and also the price rise and cost of living and things like that. And whichever parties, MLAs, they work in their constituency, this awareness is more in the urban area than in the rural area. So the development also goes in the urban area. But the main thing for the rural areas is totally different, because, they have the agriculture field, they need other things for the fertilizer and things like that. And then, the basic things are not there in the rural areas, like, health clinics and many things like that. So they have different needs, and the urban areas, they have definitely different needs.
Okay, and talking about the vote theft, vote chori campaign of the BJP and Mahagathbandhan against, of the Congress and the Mahagathbandhan against the BJP, do you think that may have made an impact?
I don't think so far, you see, because the Mahagathbandhan is not able to prove that vote chori is going on. Once you prove, only people will see the belief, and then they'll also see in the television cameras and then how they are done. So far now, they have not been, the Mahagathbandhan is not able to do that. So that is why vote chori has gone to the background now, than the other things like development and then price rise, inflation and things like that now.
Okay. All right, Kalyani Shankar, stay on with me. I'm also being joined by Himanshu Bhatt at this point. And Himanshu, of course, the big question, what role does Nitish Kumar play in helping the NDA win the election?
See, Nitish Kumar has been a survivor in Bihar politics. For 20 years, he's been ruling. So when you look at the election point of view, and the last time when he was on stage, a big stage with the NDA leadership, he said something. He said that this is my last chalang. Now, that says so many things. Now, when you look at his age, when you look at his experience, it looks like that this is going to be the last hurrah as far as Nitish Kumar is concerned. So they have projected the name in the face of Nitish Kumar. On top of all these things, unlike Lalu Yadav, he is not tainted. Yeah, there might be a few things here and there, but when you compare that with the Bahubali of, the Bahubali and the Jungle Raj of Lalu Prasad Yadav in Bihar, the people of Bihar know that when you have to compare these two, they will any time prefer Nitish Kumar, which they've seen in 20 years. People keep on asking so many times, why isn't there anti-incumbency? The reason for that is this. Because in a state like Bihar, when you have the comparisons, the comparison is very clearly drawn, and where people find Nitish better than the other.
Okay.
This has been the reason, basically.
Okay, all right. I'm going to come to Nikhil Jain. And Nikhil, again a question for you. Do you think the performance of the JDU and Nitish Kumar in the Lok Sabha elections, and with the help of the JDU, NDA has formed a government at the national level, that is going to be an important factor in how people vote?
Sumika, what I personally feel is that the way people vote is going to depend a lot on who they see as the right chief minister for the state. Because growingly, what we're seeing in India is that people are moving towards a presidential. We are moving towards a presidential form of democracy, despite being a parliamentary democracy. And the problem with the NDA alliance right now that I see is that despite all the might and power of the BJP and the NDA alliance, which are in power in the center as well as in the state, they do not have a strong leader to put forth. Now, somebody might say, how is Nitish Kumar not a strong leader? But we've all seen the things that have happened with his health in the past 1 year. And also, more importantly, how the BJP has been treating Nitish Kumar, and also how some people from his own party have been treating him. The BJP has been asked probably 100 times if Nitish Kumar would be the chief minister if they come into government. And the standard answer is, नीतीश जी के नेतृत्व में चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं. Nobody from the BJP is willing to straight away say yes, no, he will be the chief minister. Nobody is saying that, right? And now even people from his own party have started saying things like that. With Lalan Singh, the senior most leader in the party after Nitish Kumar himself, Lalan Singh said, "Vidhayak Dal ke neta तय करेंगे. The members of the state of assembly will decide it, right?" On the other hand, you have the India Alliance, where Tejaswi is the clear-cut leader, is the announced CM face of the India Alliance of the Mahagathbandhan. And if you look at all the surveys that have been done in the past few months, you will see that Tejaswi is the one person who's the most preferable CM candidate, cutting across caste and other demographic factors. That I feel would give a very strong edge to the India Alliance. And if indeed the India Alliance is to form government, the very fact that we're talking about the central government being supported by Nitish Kumar, I think that'd be an interesting picture to see how it will all pan.
Okay, all right. But keeping in mind that there have been assembly elections in the past, there is of course the Lok Sabha elections that have happened in 2024, and there have been political parties that have not projected any leader as the chief ministerial face, or for that matter, when Congress or India Alliance was the party that was asked about who is going to be the prime ministerial face, there was no name. There was no consensus amongst the parties. So will this will that affect the election process, voting process amongst people, whether there is a definitive face of a political party or of an alliance that is being projected as chief ministerial face? Coming to Advocate Chandni Preeti Shah. And Chandni, the role of the RJD and more importantly Tejaswi Yadav. Now he is bringing young blood. He has performed consistently in the last two assembly elections. There has been an important role that RJD has played under Nitish Kumar, under Tejaswi Yadav's leadership. So and do you think it's once again going to be a close fight?
So Megha, it is going to be a close fight, but again, as Kalyani ji also said, that if it is Bihar, we cannot ignore that casteism or votes based on caste would have higher priority and development would follow. Now, I do agree with you that Tejaswi has a hold, but BJP, NDA candidates have also a very, very strong hold, given the fact that their alliance won in the Lok Sabha elections, and based on it contesting the state elections, it will be impacting more. The key candidates, if you see Samrat Chaudhary, Satish Kumar from the BJP, Anand Singh, Umesh Singh Kushwaha, Shyam Rajak, and the surprise element, Maithili Thakur. Nobody's talking about her right now, but she is an element that would surprise everybody the way it would turn out for the Bihar elections. Also, under Nitish Kumar, there has been significant development. and transformation over the past 2 decades, because Bihar is a constituency which would take a longer time, particularly in governance, in infrastructure, in employment, and in social welfare to come out. Because, if you see Uttar Pradesh, there was a decade-long fight
All
for
right. Chandni, stay on with me.
CM.
I will have to interrupt you. Rabri Devi is speaking. She has come out to vote in Patna.